Sunday, March 7th, hangout. Ooh, ooh. Good morning, Crystal and Margot and Jasmine. Michelle's grooving over there. Max, Lorena, Renata, Angie, Ashley, Cindy. It's so nice to see everybody this morning. So I did have a couple of requests this morning. Oh, I need to stop sharing that because I want to see if I can share this. So the first thing I want to share is a few newer coaches have asked about like our Beachbody website, right? And if we should be going out of our way to create a website. I know that I've done this website at least 3 or 4 times and it always changes. I didn't write this and I had way more pictures here. So I'm not sure what happens. Like it's been a year or so since I actually did it, but I never send anyone to my Beachbody website. If anything, all it has is like the information of where they could track me down. But I don't use this. It's not something that I have found super helpful. I do think it's important to have it, but I really would spend like 2 or 3 minutes, throw a couple pictures up, and that's it. It's not something that I would invest a ton of time in. The other thing that I do have is I have our website, like mine and Clarissa's that I created. So just give me 1 second here. Are you seeing my website? Thumbs up. Yes? Okay. So I did this one. This to me though is fluff work. This is not something that a new coach should ever be doing. It is not going to bring you business. It is not going to generate a ton. It's something that if you have the extra time once you're hitting your goals, sure, do it and have some fun with it. But it's just not something that is necessary at this stage in the business, especially if you're not like hitting Success Club 10 every month and stuff like that. Should be your focus, is helping people, not necessarily building a website. So because I had the foundation of it, it was easy to tweak it and to play around with it. And now I do have like all the coach trainings on here. I also have the Fit Club family videos. So you are all welcome to send your people here on when they get started on their journey, because it literally just walks them through what to do, right? So that's all that is there. The one thing that I would recommend everyone doing, and this is where I'm going to try and share my screen with my, hold on.
Milkshake.
iPhone or iPad. Install, they're going to let me install. Tap screen mirroring. Hold on. Okay, so now you should all be able to see my phone, right? It says screen mirroring. There's my phone. Yes? You're seeing my phone? Okay. So on our social media, we have the ability to put in a link on our profile. So I used to use Linktree, and now I use Milkshake. And I actually think Milkshake is a website. You don't have to do anything special. But when I click on here, the Milkshake, it brings up this. So it's like a mini website, right? So it's got some information about us. Then I can go next. I've got all of the links to help them. So if they want coaching information, it takes them to a Google form. If they want to talk about their wellness goals, it takes them to a Google form. Fit Club interest, the free fuel and fasting community. And then I also have the link to the 14-day free workout trial. Okay, so those are on that page. On the next page, I've got some of our favorites. So I've got a link to Energize if they wanted to try Energize. I have a link to the sampler pack of Shakeology. I have a link to Power Greens. I have a link to Focused Energy. I have a link to the 3-day refresh, to Hydrate, because those are all things that I use. And on, I think this is the last page, I have some of our favorite recipes with links to those recipes. So this to me is something that I think every coach should have, is this milkshake link. And so what happens is when it is an actual app. So it's milkshake. So it's an actual app that you download and you just build it how you want to. You choose your template, you can add your links. And then what it does is it says, share your website to your social media. So you'll see at the top here, it says share, right? So it's going to give me that, this milkshake link right here that I paste into the profile, and then everyone can go to that. And you can view it from a browser, from a computer. It doesn't have to be from a phone, but it's concise, it's easy. You can add stuff, change stuff, delete stuff. And then how I got all of that information was I actually went to, let me go here, and okay, are you seeing the coach office now? Thumbs up. Yes? Okay, so when I sign in to my coach office and you go to grow my business, so I'm going to grow my business. Here it goes. Go, grow my business. You're going to go to Coach Link Generator. Right here, Coach Link Generator. And all it is it takes you to this place. You put your coach ID in, 17. I hit submit. And then I go and I look for all of the things that I want on my website. So I'm not going to put a challenge pack on my website because nobody's going to buy a challenge pack from that milkshake website. They're just not. So I would scroll down and go all the way to like the Shakeology. So here's the vegan sampler. So I copy this whole link right here into a note on my phone. So I actually have all of my links in a note on my phone. And the reason that I did that was because I wanted for the swipe up feature, things like that. But that's because we have 10,000 followers, so we can do that, right? So I have that one in there. I have some of the boosts in there, right? I have focused energy. So I'm going to just highlight the focused energy link, paste that into a note, and then I can add it to my website to the milkshake after. Power greens I have in there. I have hydrate sampler in there because there's an actual, that might be under performance. I have, I should put collagen on there. I have the 3-day refresh complete kit in there. I could put some beach bars in there. There's so many things, like everything that they can buy from you is here. I do have the 14-day free membership, which I can't remember where I found it, but I did find it. It's here somewhere. And the ones that I use, I put into a note because then I have it on my computer, but I can access it on my phone because you build the milkshake website on your phone through that app. All right, so that to me makes the most sense over building a website or using the Beachbody website. Nobody goes to my Beachbody website. I would never send them there because I just don't use it. It's I definitely think it's professional to have it, but again, it's something really, really simple. Like you can even add like ankle weights and resistance bands and anything that you feel like they would know. Oh, here's free membership, right? So they can get this. Say my internet. The free membership here. So all of the links are right there in that Coach Link Generator. So I just went here and clicked on Coach Link Generator. So those were some of the questions that I was being asked. I hope that helps. I just want to sign it so that it doesn't do that. And then the other thing was I did get all of the posts up this morning into the Dig for Diamond group. So my week was kind of insane. Some of you know it was kind of insane. So just kind of catching up today, slept a lot. And So those are up there, but again, it's not much, right? The video, there was the National Wake Up Call Monday, a training on Tuesday, a training on Thursday, the homework parts, and posting your updated Diamond Game roadmap. So those are now up so that you can go through that. Next Saturday at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we are hosting another free workout and what is coaching webinar. I honestly think we will probably still just do 9-week Control Freak sample workout because that's the program that is on promotion right now. So it makes the most sense. And then following month, it'll be a month because we're going to do them mid-month. So mid-April, we'll be able to do the Shanti one, right? Because that one will be coming out shortly thereafter. So I'm positive they will have the sample workout by then, which I'm so excited. I know Michelle's dancing. I'm so excited about it. I can't wait to try it. So yeah, so that's my news for this morning. Now the floor is yours. Ask away. What are your questions? Was that helpful? This is yours, right? That was yours.
So, Tamara,
Yeah.
are you okay if we sort of follow your format a little bit on your milkshake?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I've got you flipped over here.
Yeah. I'm like looking at how many
There we
hours
are.
did I sleep?
You're looking at my screen.
How many hours did I sleep? Last night I slept 11.
11 hours?
Yeah, I fell asleep on the
I
couch.
was in bed at 8:20.
Yeah. I fell asleep on the couch.
I didn't go to sleep till 11, but.
No. I laid down on the couch and was asleep by 8 o'clock.
Mama life, hey?
Yeah. Last week took it was a lot. It was a lot. So yeah, any other questions? I mean, I always feel like, so somebody, I think Jazz, you said you borrowed one of Max's ideas or something like that. I think it's like I remember someone putting it in the freshman free to be chat. I used Max's idea or something. And I was like, I always think it's such a compliment. So use whatever is there, right?
I totally used your format for my milkshake because I just made it yesterday, and it's like even thrown together with some of the videos, and I just say like here's Tamara kind of thing. So
yeah, and you could even put in like free workout samples in there. Right?
I use your videos for some of it because for forms for people to fill out because I just don't have them yet, and I was like, old ones, but I haven't made new ones. So I was like, whatever. Like, I'm just going to introduce you and people will get the idea and either they'll be like, oh, who's this person? Or they'll go on with life. Like, I'm not going to make it or break it. Like, be like, oh, it's not me. So I'm not going to post anything or make a form.
Yeah. I recommend you make a form because if they fill out my form, I won't know that it's them. Right. So I do recommend that everyone.
I use my own form.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think use all the resources that are there, right? It doesn't have to be just us. You talk about the team, talk about how much support they get. It's all there for a reason. So yeah, feel free to use my the milkshake I did. And Sergeline, yes, I think I haven't confirmed with Floss and Christina, but I do think it'll be 9-week Control Freak again, only because that's the program on promotion. And then
I know it's short.
the following week will be, or following month will be the new Shanti one. So
18 minutes.
yeah, it was over really fast. I liked that it was only 20 minutes. I actually had one lady like do the workout before, so I obviously wasn't clear. We're gonna all work out together at 7 and then we're gonna have the webinar. So then she was like waiting for us and then she had to go because it's like, anyway, so it'll be good. We're kind of tweaking it. Christina and Floss are adding their own slides, like adding slides to it. Margot, I don't know if you want to add anything, but now you kind of have an idea of what you are talking about in it, right? So you don't feel so on the spot. Because I know you felt a little bit like, oh, what are you doing? So yeah, it'll be good. I had a lot of fun last time. So how's everybody else doing? What's going on? Everyone saw that that was on Team Cup, saw that you have another chance for Team Cup, right? Yeah.
But you got to hit Success Club this month.
This month. Yeah.
Now, do we have to, if we made it last month, like, does it mean the whole team has to hit it again? Not
Oh,
that
I
I'm
don't
worried
know.
about. No,
I think it does if we go get the tier 2 prizes.
we all have to hit it this
We all
month.
have to hit it again.
What
So
was the price for tier 2?
I don't remember.
It was the Control Freak tank top or
Oh,
sweatshirt. That's why we
sweatshirt.
want it so much.
yeah. If everyone hits it, right? Yeah.
Tier 1 was, what was tier 1?
I have no idea, honestly.
Some
Can't
kind of
remember.
massage stick or something. Like a
Oh,
massage
was it?
stick or something.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't pay attention to that. So, although I do really like my hat, the one Max is wearing, it's very nice, and I got good compliments on it yesterday.
And it fits my head.
Yeah.
Looks
I'm
like
gonna
it
be
fit the back.
curious to see who actually got the pink one.
Yeah, I'm glad I got this color. I
Yeah,
like
me
it.
too. I know I would have never worn the pink one. You might have. Not me though.
Well, we've got so many hats, like we have a collection. At
Yeah.
least now they don't give bubble heads anymore.
Yeah, the bobbleheads were interesting.
That was back in
Addition.
2015.
Yeah. Having a Sagi bobblehead.
Shailene Johnson. Who else we got?
Joel.
Tony Hortons.
No, I don't know.
Oh,
It was Joel
I
and
think-
Shailene.
I
and-
have Sagi. I
Sagi.
have Sagi.
Yeah. A bunch of mine broke, so don't, yeah. Not really holding on to that memorabilia. So, yeah, how's everybody doing?
Oh, look what Margot got! The blanket!
I think they're so ugly.
So,
Margot,
they're so
Margot,
tacky.
I'm
So
taking
freaking
to a
tacky.
parents.
Yeah.
Those are ugly, yes.
They're so ugly, but
They
they're really
They're good out
comfortable.
on the
This,
patio.
yeah, they're
They're
really
warm.
nice to sit outside on the patio, but they shouldn't have been
Yeah.
white then. They should have been like
Yeah.
black, so they're not getting all wrecked. So
They are warm, but they're ugly.
Yeah. Definitely a useful camping thing or patio fire pit thing, or yeah.
My favorite prize was the luggage, the white
suitcase.
luggage. I use a lot. Not now. with
Yeah,
COVID,
I never
but
got.
a lot.
Yeah, that one was awesome.
That was at 12.
And the sweatshirt that
12
Max,
months.
Max
Oh, yeah,
is wearing.
massage wand.
Which one?
I love this one.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah, that
sweatshirt.
one's
is
It was
nice.
it was a massage wand.
Yeah,
That's tier 1.
just like a roller.
And
or
now we
something?
Control Freak hoodie is tier 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Can
That would be-
complement our massage guns.
that would be nice. How's everybody doing? Who has questions? Who wants to share?
I did a dance video.
Yes,
We're
you did.
so
I
happy.
totally started crying. I was like, okay, she's completely taking herself out of her comfort zone.
Comfort
That
zone.
wasn't even
We
a
know.
step out of your comfort zone. That was like a leap out
Yeah,
of your comfort zone.
it was
That was about as
awesome,
big as
Max.
that's about as big as it gets.
Yeah.
I did 2 big things this week.
Девочка.
Yeah.
Боже, значит, наш язык. Боже, спаси, спаси,
Sorry.
сохрани. Кира, как добр-
Where did you go? You did 2 big things this week. Who else challenged themselves out of their comfort zone this week?
Well, I started taking myself out of comfort zone because of Clarissa and her
And her dance
and her
party?
dance party. Yeah, dance party, girls. I don't know. Every time I looked at the videos, I saw like Britney doing it, and then I saw like Shayna, and then I saw Cindy.
Shayna
and-
topped it off. Seriously, she
Shayna
topped it
wins.
off.
She's like dancing on her bed.
And she got her
and
kid
then
to go on the counter.
And I'm like, no. I need to do it. I need to try it. And then it just went on and on. Like yesterday, I did lambada, I did Brazilian. Because
There
like,
you
I
go.
so at first I said, okay, I'm gonna do the Ukrainian one. It didn't go well. That I said, okay, I'm gonna try the Beyonce because you know the 8th of March, it's a big celebration for us because it's International Women's Day. So we're like, okay, I'm gonna do Beyonce who around the world. And I'm like, no, that doesn't go. And then I'm just scrolling the video and I'm like, lambada. And I'm like, oh my God, that was my jam back in the days. We used to all sew those little skirts as the girls, and it was like so. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Yes, so that was like that's taken me out of my comfort zone, like for real.
For sure. It's so fun though.
I've decided though that I can really only get into it post workout. Then I have the endorphins already going.
Mhm.
So I've
Whatever
decided I'm
works.
going to create the post workout dance.
Oh, there you
Party.
go.
That's
Whatever
fine.
works.
Yeah. Whatever works is right. Whatever works is right. It's hard to do a dance party at 5:15 in the morning.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know how to do it.
ain't happening in my house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was messaging Shayna because when she was doing it on the bed and on the counter with her kid, and I was like, I can't do that in my house. And she's like, well, you can. And I was like, I don't think the rest of my family would be very happy about that. Mom, you do know what time it is, right? So crazy. Very crazy.
I taught my first Zumba class yesterday.
Yeah, like in
Yes.
person?
No, in my living room
Yeah.
with my basketball moms, soccer moms, and it went well.
Yay.
So it's like finally.
Yeah.
So,
That's awesome.
and that's why I've been doing the TikTok dances just to, let loose, get my shell out, and finally it's like, I finally did it. Like, yay.
Yeah,
That's so
Michelle.
awesome.
Yes. So,
I love
Next-
watching your little TikTok dances.
Me too.
thanks.
Me too. You always make me smile. I'm like, oh, what's she doing today? Not this week coming up. The one after will be 1 year of Zumba on Zoom for me.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh,
1
wow.
year.
I don't know how she survived.
So,
Seriously. I tried a
Yeah.
month and I was like, this is not for me. I hate it. I'm not happy. I'm out.
Yeah.
And then in
Yeah.
September, I decided to cancel my Zumba membership because I was like, I'm not going to be paying $60 for something that I'm not going to use, who knows, like in, I think 3 years. And then I decided just like to retire from Zumba.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm definitely, I was telling Clarissa yesterday, I'm either taking the summer completely off because we won't be back in person by then, face to face. Or I'll do like a morning class, like 9 a.m. so that on my regular Thursday days so that I can go enjoy my day. So we'll see what the ladies decide.
Well, I'll let you know when my classes are. I'll
Yeah.
invite you guys all.
Please do.
There you go. If I'm not teaching, I'm
Yeah.
happy.
Renata, are you surviving your online classes?
We can't hear you.
No,
Okay, here we go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So I have only a couple of a week. I'm still enjoying it, although like I know what you mean. It's not the same as it is in person, but classes a week not terrible. So I'm still enjoying it.
You
Yeah.
ladies are my heroes. Seriously, my hero.
Yeah, I have every Thursday I have this battle of like, oh, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And then when I'm doing it, it's fine. And after
Yes.
I feel better, but every week.
Tell
it's
them
the
what
same.
the neighbor said, the little guy.
Oh, our little neighbor, he's 4, said to his mom one day, Mom, why is Tamara always exercising?
During Zumba class.
Why is she always exercising? It's 1 class a week that they hear my music, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'm actually teaching tomorrow face to face. I'm teaching high school girls tomorrow, so it'll be fun. That one will be a good class. 20 of them spaced out in a giant gym. Can't go wrong, right? So that'll be a good one. All right, why you all seem so quiet? What's going on?
I think of the weather.
Next week will bite us in our butt because next Sunday is Spring Forward.
Ah, that means 8 a.m.
Right?
Tamara, can I jump in?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, so I just have to say, I feel extremely lost in these meetings because I have no idea sometimes about what you guys are talking about. I think I'm the newest one here. So I'm just going to jump into the first thing that you were mentioning about the the link generator. So the reason I had that question for you, I actually think it's because my questions are mostly about strategies still, because I signed in and I have been following a bunch of all of you guys and a bunch of other people. And each person has their own strategy, right? And because Beachbody is more about the attraction marketing, it's not like you have a product and, oh, here, buy this one. I'm finding hard to take the next step. So that's why I was asking you about the links, because it's not exactly how to generate the links, but it's more about how to use them. Because what's the best strategy? That's my, so I feel like my questions are very like beginner questions still for you guys. So I, like, I don't want to jump in and for you, to take your time during these meetings, but I think like giving that next step is being, I'm feeling so stuck, because some coaches, they have absolutely like no Beachbody at all anywhere. It's like, are you really a Beachbody coach? Because there's nothing anywhere, but they are still very successful. Some other ones, it's out there.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to find like, what's the best strategy for me to start, and I'm stuck.
So that I think the first thing I want to say is there are no silly questions, because every single person on this call is going to bring in a new coach that's also going to need that mentorship and that help. And this helps. So it helps everyone to ask the questions that we need help with, right?
And sometimes people, they haven't even thought about it. I need that too.
Yeah.
So it's perfect.
And you know what it is, when we really understand about something, because you guys have been doing this for a while, sometimes you talk about it, about something, and you, in your mind, so the other person is understanding what you guys are talking about, but I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
like still a foreign language, right?
Stuck in that first, and I really want to get this going. The little bit that I've shared, that I think people are interested, especially the moms, right? They want, I have 2 little kids, and I'm moving, I'm posting, and also, but it's okay. So now, how do I, go
so the
forward?
the first thing that I would do is I would look at your month. So look at your month as 2 different parts. The first part of your month, so the first couple of weeks, really talk about the free workout and what is coaching webinar. So you're more talking about the coach community then, okay? So that is marketing for that free event to get people to come. And they don't have to be interested in coaching, because they can just come for the free workout and then leave and see what it is all about. But so for the net, like last week I was supposed to, but it just knocked me. So this week will be a lot of conversation in our stories about coaching, what it's brought to my life, how it's helped me. And it can be anything from like, for those people that have just got their first paycheck, it can be like putting tank gas in your car.
Getting
it can be, you can talk very much about like how your mom is joining you, and how, that being able to help the people that we love so much is such a special feeling, right? Like it's so powerful. And so you're really going to look at your month in 2 different parts. So the first 2 weeks of the month is all talking about coaching, trying to get people to come to the free workout and what is coaching webinar. The second half of the month is talking about our Fit Club, getting people to join as a client. And in that, what I would recommend for any coach to do, not even a new coach, is talk about how we have free sample workouts, right? Because you can then, you have someone who's interested, you have someone that's like, Lauren, what are you doing? You can be like, I have some sample workouts. Would you like to try them? Right? And it gives them an idea of what it is that they're doing, because most people in our experience, when they do a sample workout, have this idea that they are sissy home workouts, right? That they're not going to get the same results as if they went to the gym, that they need to go to the gym in order to do that stuff. And it really shows them that they don't.
Can I just add?
Yeah.
I actually had like a Zoom instructor that I've been talking like for a long time. And so she always says no, but like I said, how about you try a workout? Anyways, she did right away. She sent me a message. Holy smokes, I'm so sorry. I couldn't believe it. But she's like, I still cannot wrap my head around paying for fitness while I am a fitness instructor. So for her, it's like she's standing on her own way.
Right?
Mhm,
That
But
would
she
be
was
my
totally like blown
yeah.
away.
That would be my marketing. Like the first thing I would do is like, okay, so first 2 weeks of the month, talking about coaching the community, what your vision is for this down the road, how you are doing this so that you can be a good role model for your boys, how it's creating community and you get to, you know, connect with other women that are also of that same
Busy
headspace,
mamas
right?
that you're gonna take to the studio and do workouts together.
Those sorts of
Yeah,
things.
we are doing that. But
How-
and the other thing, Tamara, on that same note, is that I was telling Clarissa, I'm still very small, right? Like I'm still growing my page and all that. I feel maybe some people are gonna come and talk to me, and that's why I was asking, even for the free trials, if I had a link and they tried the free trial and liked it, if they decided to sign up, if that would be under my coach ID.
Yeah,
but I
would
don't
be.
think so, right?
Yeah,
Is it
and
a
you
free
can
trial too?
Yeah, you can that like the free
Yes,
trial
right?
is in the coach link generator. It's there.
Oh,
My
okay.
only thing with the free trial is
Yeah.
you need to be on top of those people and message them like every couple of days. Because when they have access to something as big as 14 days full access to a platform, they don't know where to start. Which is why I tend to do, would you like to try a workout?
A sample workout.
And I
Yeah,
send them one
yeah.
workout and then I follow up with them. How was it? Oh, it was really good. Or, and then they'll say, would you like to try something completely different? And I'll get them to do a different workout so that it gives me a chance to converse with them about
Yes.
one specific thing instead of, here's the entire platform.
And they're lost.
And what do I do with this? Right?
And
So,
if they click on of your links, do you get a report? Do you get a list of who's clicking? Like, do you? No, you don't.
no.
Oh,
If they actually
If they actually
up,
sign up, you do.
they're gonna become your customer.
So I have
No,
had
but if
people,
they just try something, you don't get to
No.
know who they are, right? Okay.
No.
Okay. So okay.
so
See,
I
that's good to know for the strategy.
yeah, so I have in my notes again,
As I was
I
thinking
have
we did.
all of the sample workouts in my notes, and I send them one at a time. And I let them know Safari doesn't work, so they cannot use Safari. If they're going to pull it up on Safari, it doesn't work. And I also let them know, because I had one girl that was like, she ended up creating a free trial, but then was trying to load it through Safari. And by the time she got to it, her 14 days was over. And I was like, you can still access the sample workouts. But what she was doing was going into the program and like looking at the little boxes, and all of them are locked. And I was like, yeah, you need to look at the banner where it says try sample workout.
So it's better
right?
to get an email at least, or something, in order for them to try whatever. So at least
Yeah.
you get okay.
Yeah. So that would be my, like, the big picture is I'm going to break down my month into 2 parts. The first part of the month is talking about coaching. Second part is talking about Fit Club. It would be providing them with a lot of free value in terms of like, try a sample workout. How was that? I'll give you 2 days. You know, if I send it on a Sunday, I'm going to message them on Tuesday and be like, it's 30 minutes. Like you have 30 minutes to try this.
Sounds
The
good.
most popular one that we had, like the biggest success, was MBF, muscle burn.
MBF, I love that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone.
That's the one
loves
that I have
one.
been trying with the, yeah, okay.
Mhm.
My
We signed
sister
up
is dying with that one.
Yeah.
They send
signed
me
up-
pictures like on the floor every day. They are dead. And my cousin I gave her some some workouts for her to try, and in a week she's like, I thought she was going to sign up for the year, and yesterday she said, I think I want to really like sign up as a coach, because she's posting and people are asking her. So she actually stopped tagging me. It's like, fine, just yeah, so that's good.
Yeah,
But I
that's
wanted to know
awesome.
about strategy, because I don't want to start on with the wrong foot and then have to fix. And I tried the milkshake website too. I already built one page and it looks so beautiful. It's so
Yeah.
nice. So
It's
yeah,
really nice. And you can
I'll
you can
send you what
change
I
them
did.
and and update them so easily. So I'm really happy with the milkshake one. I found it much easier than the link tree. Yeah.
And one thing that Tori Toshino, like a top coach in our team, shared was that she has like a landing form for anything. So she actually collects emails because she said, we don't know if Instagram is going to be forever. If one day social media is like down, and I was like, how are we going to have that list of like thousands and thousands and thousands of customers that came through attraction market? So that's why she's like, I just talked to someone if they actually like made the time to fill out the form.
Okay.
And it's basic. She said it's email, name, where you're from, goals. Do you struggle with nutrition? Or something super basic.
Yeah. Yeah, the simpler the form, the better.
Because then they actually like take the time to do it.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I even found like some of my forms, I used to have a video at the top of myself like introducing, and I found people just didn't watch it. They wouldn't even fill it out. So it's literally like name, email address, Facebook, Instagram, and you can ask them about a struggle. And that's it.
It's blowing my mind, the strategies that you guys have. They're all so different. That girl, Clarissa, that you sent me, there's no link on her page at all. And you actually have to scroll down through her post to something that she invites people to become coaches. I think she posts maybe once a month, maybe once every 2 weeks, and she's successful. I'm like, how is this working?
And so she's like killing.
Very interesting.
She passed all the leaders in the Empower Squad.
I know, and it's interesting for me to see like what strategies people use and why it works, why it doesn't work. And I think it's a matter of who you are too, like what target market you're trying to reach. I think in my case would be more of the moms. In her case, it's more of the young girls. So maybe it's a different strategy too. Anyways, but thank you so much. Maybe I'll give the next step now.
And I would honestly recommend, like, if you don't feel ready to do a like coaching post, put it in your stories and make sure in your stories that you're actually like doing a little bit of subtitle, right? So that it's like people understand what you're talking about. And just like once a day for the next 5 days, have something in there about coaching community, inviting them to the workout and webinar. Just like kind of talking about it. And we have this free workout and webinar, because then you can actually message them from your stories. And then it doesn't feel so big putting it in your feed, right?
Sounds good.
It goes out. It disappears in 24 hours.
Yeah. I actually had someone message me because I've tried to keep really like to talk about parenting struggles in my stories without actually talking about what's going on, because I do have a lot of my kids' friends follow me. But this time I needed help. I was like desperate.
Whatever.
All of a sudden we've gone 2 years without any bedwetting, and then my son just started bedwetting again. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And I had one lady reach out saying, I think you should take that down because, it could come back to him. And I was like, okay, this one was for me. I've had so many years of dealing with this that I needed help this time. And I only put in my story because it was gone in 24 hours. So and I'm not going to highlight it or anything. And now I don't need to talk about it anymore because I got, I can talk about solutions and resolutions and things that we're doing moving forward without the details.
But so many people viewed our stories that those days, it was crazy.
Insane.
It was like more than double.
Yeah.
More than double.
So it was an interesting, because I don't know if she knew that your stories disappear after 24 hours. And it came from a good place. Like, it's not coming from a place of like, that was
and
a
if
horrible
something's
message.
really good that you really like, and now I create highlights and I just highlight and goes to the whatever highlight I want to put under. So people can go back and say coaching life, whatever you watch, and then you can see everything. So it can stay forever if you really like it.
Yeah. Anyone else? Should we take a picture here before anyone?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Everybody smile. I don't know if Britt's coming back. I got a few good ones. Who else?
Oh, Brittany's back.
Brittany's back. Okay, we need one.
And
with
where's
Brittany.
Lovely?
She's eating.
She's eating.
She's a
Okay,
hungry baby.
it's meal time.
Yeah, she's
That'll be Jasmine in no time at all,
I know, bebé princess.
right?
Aw.
All these babies. Anyone else have? So Jazz has been sharing a little bit too on the side here in the chat of like she sends people the workout samples and follows up that way.
Another thing that let's mention about it. If they actually do the 14-day trial, and if you don't catch in time, Automatic signs them up for 3-month membership. And then it's kind of like.
That's only if they do the share card. That's not the coach link generator one. Yeah.
Never mind.
So the coach link generator one is you don't have to put a credit card in.
But then they just have access to few of the workouts, right?
Yeah, they don't have complete total access. So.
Yeah, but the share card one, like once they go through and then it's like they don't cancel in time, you cannot upgrade it to a challenge pack, and it's just like then they just have access to the fitness, and they need the nutrition to actually have the results.
Sounds good. See, this is all important information to me. I know maybe it's all like we all know that, but it's but it's so good to know for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like Angie shared something yesterday on the Free to Be, the freshman. I was like, oh, I didn't know that existed.
It's because it's so new having the meal plan in if you have an Apple product, right? It's so new in the BOD app to be able to choose your nutrition plan.
I'm from the day that I have the 21-day fix app and the BOD app. One is for fitness, one is for nutrition. I didn't know they were gonna be combined. So yes, that was like, oh, I didn't know it existed.
Yeah, I had one of my clients, she signed up and then she accidentally did the 2-week mindset, and I wanted her on the 21-day fix because she's gonna get the containers and stuff, right? Or the ultimate portion fix. And so she accidentally filled out the information for the 2-week mindset, so she set up on that one. So then I didn't know how to.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was awesome information. I had no idea.
So it's on our group chat.
We can start.
Yeah, which is great because like I didn't know you could start over. I was like, uh-oh. And also when I get people to give me their emails, usually when I give them, they get their emails from them, then I also will throw in one of the like weekly meal plans that Christina posts in our coach hub. I'll throw that and be like, oh, and I also just have some meal plans to go along with these 7 workouts. So it's kind of like, you know, a full little stacked week for them if they decide to go about that. And then you also have their email, and most people totally fine with giving their email. Like you just have to be like, hey, what email is best to send this to? And then they're like, okay, and put it in. Because I think I used to be so nervous about asking about emails because people are like, oh, why do you need my email? But if they want it, they're gonna get it. So
that's for sure.
Even yesterday we went for dinner, a happy hour with a new coach, brand new coach. And Tamara, well, I was like, did you get the BOD app? So she hadn't. So I was showing on her phone, and Tamara showed me there is a place on the app, on the challenge group, her challenge group, that you can see the meal plans. It's like, oh, this BOD app is amazing now. Wow, Beachbody has evolved. You get meal plans right there. Yes. Inside the freaking app.
Yes, they're all right there.
What was the name of the other app that we used to have?
The My Challenge Tracker.
It's totally like it has evolved, really. Yeah, it's just like I was like, I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, they just have to make the files smaller. Renata was experiencing that, right?
But so you're just finding out stuff now. It sounds like brand new. Like, wow.
Yeah. But we all do.
I didn't know that one. I'm gonna check.
Yeah.
No, but the other day I learned inherited customers because someone switched to me as a coach, and I kept checking on the back office to look like new customers. And the person said, but I changed. And then Tamara said, you have to go in inherited customers because it's inherited from another coach. And it's like, oh, okay, 60 years as a coach. Still learning.
We're always learning. That's what coaching is, right? It's and some of us really have our strengths, and some of us, you know, So then we learn the things that we aren't as.
Yeah, she's
feeling as
technology.
strong
I'm not technology. I'm strategy, like how to make more money with the team cycle bonuses, like where to place you. That I'm good at. But she's technology, not me.
I have fun with it. Anyone else? How's everyone else doing? You're pretty quiet over there, Miss Ashley. I see you. I see Cindy. Oh, congratulations, Cindy! Cindy went Emerald.
Okay, show my note. Show my note.
Okay, so I'm going to share this because I was having this conversation with Clarissa yesterday, and I was like, I asked Cindy what her carryover volume was, and she said it's 0. And Clarissa was like, yeah, because she
was
needs
never
to be Emerald. And I was like,
before.
oh yeah.
Because once you're Emerald, even if you lose your Emerald from some reason, you are lifetime. They call Emerald lifetime. That means if you're active, you keep banking your volume, right?
It's a volume bank account.
Before,
that's what I talked about last week.
Before Tamara was on my weak leg, we're both on the strong leg of Christina. I accumulated over $50,000 in team cycle bonuses. It's still there. I'm cashing slowly. So that's what happens. I never
Did
went.
Did you see Lorena's eyes? She was like, "What?"
Yeah, it's over $50,000.
Over $50,000
USD.
No, because she told me that before, but I didn't know it's there, like your banking. I thought it was.
Yeah, it's sitting there, like
you
a
told me
savings
that
account.
I didn't know it was sitting there. Oh.
Yeah, as long as we stay active, we're.
So last week, my weak leg made whatever 4,000 points, and my strong leg made 5. Because I have all that accumulated there, I can cash all. I don't have to be like doing whatever is the video, that you only can cash whatever is there. But because the savings account there, it goes into the savings account and takes it. So I made all my 40, whatever was last week.
And let me just ask you one more thing. That was one thing that I asked you, Claire. I don't know if you saw your message, because my cousin also had the same question. And I guess everybody who joins this business probably has the same question. And it's very hard to find an answer because each one of you guys have different strategies and different ways of of making money. But that's the question that I think I had and she's having now, which is, what's the reality? And I don't know if this is okay to talk about it here, but what's the reality of income that it's, that it's truly like possible? Because, some people, they need to plan like how much time they spend, how much effort they put into this business, how, like to organize their financial life as well. And I know it really depends on a lot of things, but just like assuming that you're going to put a lot of effort, that you're going to treat this business as almost like a full-time business for you. What's the reality, of, just what to expect? And I don't know what to answer to my cousin, because I actually never asked that question directly. I never got an answer. And I searched online. I tried to find it's so vague, right?
It is so vague.
I guess so hard to find it.
It depends on so many factors, right?
So many factors, right? Yeah.
And you can say that like a diamond coach will make about this much on average. Like there is a kind of average to it. But again, that also depends on
if they're hitting Success Club every month.
And
right?
Well, and their volume.
The volume too.
Right? Because that's such a big factor. And for someone to look at replacing their income full time, they have to be 2-star. There's nothing.
That means 2 diamonds under them.
Mm-hmm.
One on each leg.
And that's when you open your second business center. And I know that doesn't make a ton of sense right now, but that's where the money is, because you're basically.
Yeah, I'm studying about that. Yeah.
So you could make Ian 1 diamond and your cousin another leg. So then potentially you could be this 2-star soon.
Because when you say, for example, if you mentioned someone made let's say $100 a week in team cycle bonus, I have no idea if that's a lot, if that's little. It's because I don't have any like parameters right now I have no idea. So I joined the business because of the idea of helping myself, helping other people, having a platform that has lots of programs and stuff, but I never really stopped to think, okay, but what's in terms of the business, what are the possibilities here? Is $100 a week considered a lot? Considered, is $2,000 a week? I have no idea. And
My
don't know
first
where to
month,
find
I'm
this
gonna tell
answer.
my first month. My first month as a coach, because I went all in. I didn't want to work at daycare anymore. My mental state was not there. I couldn't take care for little kids anymore. I reached out to a lot of people. My commission for the whole month was $650. The following month, because I hit Success Club 6, that time was 6, not 5, or 5, right? And now it's 6, something like that. Then you start getting the free customers because I was already Emerald. I was already had my volume that I needed necessary to get free customers. So I start getting free leads in the next month. The next month I hit Success Club again. And then we start like aiming for 10. And so in 10, Success Club 10, being active, Emerald. The following month, you get first commissions. You have like 2 tiers of customers. So the first years you get like 1, 2, 3 free customers. Then you don't get the commission right away. But because of Success Club 10, you get the second tier of customers that you get first commission. That month, I got 1 free customer from Beachbody. He was a guy who reached out for like several times. He never replied. My commission from him alone was $248. So then that's if you really want to make this happen, Success Club should be non-negotiable because then you're getting an Emerald, because then you're getting the free leads from Beachbody. When the people go to the website, beachbody.com, and they have no coach, Beachbody assigns them to us. Last year, when quarantine lockdown hit, COVID, the whole thing, March, they didn't know what to do with so many customers because in the platforms, we had like 1 million subscribers. And by the time it was April, we went to 2.3. All these customers that came were assigned to coaches. We are getting, instead of 1 to 3 a week, a month, we're getting 15 to 20 a week. Beachbody didn't know what to do with that. So they're just giving to whoever was Emerald and was hitting Success Club 5 and 10. So we got a bunch of new customers.
The thing with that is then it compounds too, because then you have people who are return customers. So you're getting return commission on those, but those return customers are also building your volume. So then your volume, you're getting your team cycle bonuses. I would say like realistically, a diamond coach, like 500 a week.
But that's the thing, if they're actually adding more customers, because if they only have discount coaches, they made the commission once they send out those coaches and they're not making any money anymore. Oh, maybe they're doing the volume, whoever like got their Shakeology. So maybe they're gonna do like 3 team cycle bonus a month, which no, you have to keep growing your business. And then if you get like a Kelsey Hill, Angie Belmare under you, then you're set for life because their volume is freaking incredible.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't think there is a standard because I think that it is a business that is, you have to have the long-term vision. It's not going to happen overnight.
Really helped me here.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to happen overnight financially. But then you have people like that Nikita who went 15-star in less than a year. Like it is possible. I can't even imagine what hours she worked and how she saw her family. I don't even understand how she got pregnant in that time, because how do you have time?
She had time for that.
How do you have time for that? When, you know what I mean? Like so it's really up to each one of us and how much we are willing to put into it, and how much we can put into it, you know, and still enjoy it and, you know, have that fire.
And for me, when I started it, that was it. I was like, this is the solution for my life. I'm not going to go back to daycare. I don't want to go back to daycare. I want something else. So then I went, like, I did the 21 Day Fix. I followed the nutrition plan to a T. I remember I was drinking so much. Wine was my coping mechanism, like through divorce. I was drinking a lot of wine, and she used to come home and she's like, I don't know if I'm going to get the good one or the bitch one. Anyway, so that was my solution.
Versus mean Clarissa.
So since month 1, we saw success in this business. When was June? 5 months into the coaching, I hit my account, both of us, but it's like, I invited so many people showing my transformation, my 21 Day Fix transformation. We hit Success Club 40.
Yeah.
And I was
That's the
number
highest.
2 in the uproar leaderboard. And then Christina, she was number 3, and we got to meet Angie Belmer. We got prizes, and we got brunch with Angie Belmer and Andre, so we got to meet them in person. Yeah, so it was awesome, and we got lots of photo opportunities with Autumn, the Shaky Man, Tony Hortons, and all that. And we qualified for the parties too.
Yes. Max,
Can I add a question?
Yeah,
or not a question, I just a comment. So last year, the first 2 years ago when I joined, I hit Success Club most months, but missed it the last 2 months of the year. Last year I hit it every month. I've just made that a non-negotiable, making every month. And I can see how year 2 of hitting Success Club is so much easier, because you've got your renewals almost as your like foundation, right? So you kind of can reach out to all those people that you hit Success Club with in year 1. They're now, hopefully you're fostering those relationships all through the year with them, and they want to stay with it. And then you're adding now those new people. So I really think that if you kind of put there's so many benefits to hitting Success Club, but if you can push through that first year, the second year, that's really where I think the business starts to really take off. That's just, I mean, I've been in this since 2015 and have never made this much of a priority of hitting Success Club like I did last year. And I really feel like already this year, it's just a better start to the year based on what I did, the work I did last year. And it's the compound, right? Compounding the work. Anyway,
and Matt,
that was my.
When you hit Success Club Legend, which is like 2 years.
I know, I'm focused on that.
Then listen to this. The Success Club Legend, which is 2 years, 24 months in Success Club, even it's 5 or 10, you have the same benefits as an elite coach. You get to sign up first for Coach Summit. You get the first dibs in the hotels. You get the first dibs in the Success Club trip. You choose everything first with the elite, like with the top elite coaches. So it's like an amazing benefit.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yes,
Thanks.
yes. And also you're gonna have like floor seats on and Summit. You're gonna have,
I can't wait to have a live event. I'm gonna just touch on Jasmine's question here about new discount coach. I would have her go into her Team Beachbody account, go under her orders, and look up the tracking information there. Sometimes my emails from Beachbody do not come into my inbox regularly. Half of them go into a spam and I never even see them. So I would have her go teambeachbody.com under my orders, that package, check the tracking information right from underneath there. It'll say show details, and then she'll be able to see where it is. She's in Canada, right?
Yeah, she's in Canada.
Yeah, so 7 to 10 days is pretty normal in Canada.
Okay.
And they won't always get an email confirmation that it's been shipped.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I was just wondering.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anyone else?
Margot's really quiet today.
Yeah, she's really quiet.
I haven't even heard her voice.
It's just not, it's not okay, Margot.
It's wrong.
Come on.
No, I just have a few things happening in my world, so I'm just listening in.
No, I totally get it.
Yeah. Me too. Anyone else before we sign off have any questions or things you'd like to, last minute things you'd like to go over?
I actually have a question.
Yes.
So I know like it's up to us how we want to market our business and stuff, but I'm wondering like what your opinion is on like saying something like, oh, it's like have a discount this month on coaching, or like on the being in the fit group, you know what I mean? Something like getting a deal, like does that make any sense?
Yeah. Many coaches do that, right? Because I know Sarah Batiste is really good at that, where she talks about like the deals that are on, and if they get signed up this month, the huge promotion and the savings, and she'll like show the price of like the full package. So if you took Beachbody On Demand on its own, plus Shakeology on its own, plus the containers on its own, plus the equipment on its own, added them all up, and then had a price versus the price that it is right now. It'll, and then say there's over this many, I think it's over $350 in savings or something like that. And she very much markets that way. So
Right.
if that works for you, that's awesome. My people, I don't find
I'm
very
not- yeah.
financially driven
Driven.
like that.
Yeah.
Just because I'm not. So for me, I don't think it's something that I would tackle, but she definitely does that in her stories. I've seen it many times.
Yeah, I guess I'm just trying to wonder, like, if I do that, my stories having it a way that isn't like, hey, but more like, hey, just letting you know, if you sign up now, like, you'll get,
have to
you know,
try.
advice. Yeah, and that's what I'm
You
gonna do.
have
I'm
to
kind of
try
gonna
and see.
experiment and see
Yep.
what works. So
Yeah, you could even do like a picture of your shake, your equipment beside it, your pre-workout, have like all of the things and put like a price on it, and then do like a versus, and then the package price. I can hook you up with all of this that I'm using right here for this amount, as opposed to them priced individually. I don't think that's in your face kind of salesy. I think that's
Right.
like more just matter of fact of this is how much if you were to go and buy this stuff. Like I know when we get people signed up with 9 Week Control Freak, and I know they're not going to do it. But if you look up that control track, just the price of the track is $100. Like, why would they not get the package then? You know?
And the control track is amazing. I told Tamara, I was like, whoever invented this is a freaking genius. Yesterday I was doing the mountain climber with those things here on my feet. My bum today, oh my goodness. Yeah, and it works for your whole body. It's crazy because it just goes like up and down, up and down. We can do, upper body. Yeah, it's amazing. Lower body, everything.
Yeah.
And can I add something from someone that, because I'm a trainer at home, I have the track that I bought from Amazon, attached it to my wall. It's permanently on my wall forever until I take it off. And I now have the control track. I use the control track with my clients. I rarely use, the only time I ever use my other one is if I need to have my door open to get into the garage or something. So I personally like the control track that I got off Beachbody better.
Yeah.
That's awesome, Max.
Very good feedback. Well,
Okay, it's time
thank
to
you
say
so much,
goodbye.
ladies.
Happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Thank you so
Happy
much,
International
everyone.
Women's Day tomorrow, right?
It's our day
To all of
tomorrow.
these amazing women that we get to connect with. So, oh, look at that.
Great team post tomorrow, ladies.
Yeah, exactly.
I know, right?
Yeah, exactly. Whatever. Does your sweatshirt say whatever it takes, Margot? Whatever it takes.
Yes, it's whatever it takes from Body Beast, because you know I'm such a Body Beast person.
Where'd
Yeah,
you
I
get
know.
that body?
At Costco.
I never follow the guy, but I think it was on sale.
I know the sales and summits sometimes they are amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love going there just to see the sale and the new stuff. And Max,
I know.
right, Max?
Oh, I've saved so much money by not going to Summit for 2 years. I could go on a
You
trip.
can buy a new house.
Yeah. Max definitely
Apparently-
went for the purchases.
Apparently home income savings are up like 28% since the pandemic.
Wow. Did you
So-
hear that we're all getting some money back from the insurance corporation too?
From ICBC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because so many people weren't driving that the accidents went way down.
I have a client that owns a body shop, and she totally, oh, there's Tamara dancing. I don't know how to stop you dancing anyway. And she said that, yeah, their business really went down with the beginning of COVID. Yeah. Okay, you're-
Happy
Okay.
Sunday, everyone.
Have a great day, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Thank you, for
Thank you
hopping
so
on.
much, everyone. Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Thanks for being on with us.